Hi and good morning. Today is Tuesday, August the 19th. It's 9:47 a.m. and boy am I scared shitless. I am going to teach my first yoga class in just about an hour. Uh, and it's been a long time since I've taught a class or subbed for a class for that matter. So last night I got a little practice in, as you'll see on one of the live streams. And that was also very interesting. There are parts of the class where you will see me light up. There are parts of the class where you'll feel that I dive in and things feel synchronized and strong. But all of this practice, I realized this morning, writing in my journal, these are all parts of a theme of starting something of my own. And however the synchronicity comes, however the activation, or however the execution of the projects that have this theme of creating something that I can call my own, that is a project that pretty much I'm the sole owner of, it's hard. And yes, I've forgotten a little bit about what that is like. And outside of the context of a startup or technology or large corporations, the context of that is it's a little bit fun and it's also challenging, and I'm realizing I'm putting more courage into it, and what I get out from it is really what I put into it, no matter how quick the pace is. um, I remember working for projects at Settle. A month is a lot of time to go by without a ton of daily advancement or pressure to be advancing. And since I've had my conversation with Tony about Mahiko Lab, it's been exactly a month. And when I look back at what came through, some stuff came through, of course, and then there's the part of my brain that's criticizing, and not all of that's come through. But I think the part of time that I've spent imagining, previewing, visualizing, practicing, it's all coming together. And so there's a foundation of difference, it's a foundation of trust. And I'm excited to be able to close this door, Mahiko Lab, and start to open the others that are there. Not that I won't do it anymore, but I think it's time to have and execute and host the class. And so, it's August 19th. I've got 11 days between now and August 30th. Let's make stuff happen. And so later on, I'll come back and we'll see how the yoga class has panned out, and we'll also see where things will go from here. This is the beginning of a new day. I have been given this day to use as I will. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a new day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place whatever I have traded for. I will pledge to myself that it shall be for gain, good, and success, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for this day. My thinking and my attitudes are calm and cheerful. I act and feel friendly toward other people. I am tolerant of other people, their shortcomings and mistakes, and I view their actions with the most favorable understanding possible. I act as though attainment of my goals is sure to happen. I am the kind of individual I aspire to be, and everything I do and the way I feel expresses this individuality. I will not allow my judgment or attitude to be affected by negativism or pessimism. I try to smile as often as possible, at least several times a day. I respond in a calm and intelligent manner without alarm, no matter what the situation. If I cannot control a situation, I always try to react in a positive manner, even to negative facts. I know that if I apply myself to forming habits to enable me to act in the above manner, it will have a positive influence on my self image in a most constructive way. By making these actions a part of my life, I will notice a definite growth in my self confidence. It's funny, the fear and expectations that the mind can create and therefore alter the body chemistry. Yesterday, I went to Elena, a trusted friend, and my masseuse, and she really helped through her practice realign the energy threads in my body, especially through my muscles and also in areas that I've recently had pain and recently been injured. I'm noticing the rebuilding of the chemistry inside of my body just through that energetic touch and through her ability to sense and feel and discover the parts of her strength in intuition and the confidence to read my body. And so today, even though I've woken up and continue to have these very vivid dreams that I'm trying to actually understand a little bit better. Last night's dream, I was part of the big part that I remember the themes were of music, playing music, understanding fully music and being able to play with others. And yet at the day of performing, I realized, oh, I can't read the music in front of me. And I got so nervous. And then there was also a ton of, hey, we're about to play, but music strings on my cello that I played are broken. Somebody else's guitar wasn't working. And it was just interesting to be brought back to this church that I grew up going to and being in front of a crew there. And actually, in fact, for this concert, I thought it was going to be huge, but half of the hall was under construction. So only half of the people were present for the concert. So that was very intriguing. And, the dreams continue to happen, and I'm continually astounded by the position that I'm being put into, about the kind of stuff that's happening. So let's see what's here. You don't always feel strong, but it's no crime to feel weak. There are several forms of weakness, one of which bends. The other, unfortunately, breaks. When you feel weak, you bend, and then when you go on to a reaffirmation of your strength. When you feel weak, you bend, and then you go on to a reaffirmation of your strength. Feeling strong, you live dynamically. You need friends more than ever so that you can give to them. You need this feeling of giving to others as an extension of your feeling of overflowing happiness. Let's say this one again. You need friends more than ever so that you can give to them. You need this feeling of giving to others as an extension of your feeling of overflowing happiness. If you could not find people to give to, you would feel frustrated in the expression of your full sense of happiness. Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between thee and me, for we be brethren. Genesis. Your very presence is a reward to your friends, an affirmation of the brotherly feeling of this biblical quote. Let there be no strife, I pray thee, between thee and me, for we be brethren. Your company is a tonic to them because you don't look to tear them down or compete with them, but accept them and make them feel better about themselves. You talk to them as individuals, not at them as if you were a lecturer and they were your disciples. You feel compassion for their troubles and enthusiasm for their good qualities. That was a very important passage, and that reminding that even in a yoga class, while you are in front of folks, you and are helping guide them through poses, you're not in charge of, or you're not an owner of, nor are you better than or more than the folks that are attending the class. What a great reminder. Another thought that's been in my psyche today is what a great honor it is to be in front of other folks to create and facilitate this circle, what we'll call a peace circle. That's actually such a powerful way to begin the class. And actually, I think I will try that. We'll just start the quest. It's funny because we get the benefit of being in Oaxaca, and I get the benefit of having and hosting this class. It doesn't need to look like a traditional yoga class. It can be special in my very own way, and I think I can bring in the energy that I bring to this class. What a great reminder. Om Guru Sat Bhanavanakit. So beautiful to the Guru, and so beautiful to this group, Healing Cultures group. Thank you. And I would love to write about this thought soon.